What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back, okay, with my ponytail. Yes, give it up for the ponytail, okay? Because, baby, it's a mess under here, all right? But this episode, Sisters episode, is not about my hair, okay? It is about everybody else, all right? So, season 9, episode 18, Diamonds of Forever. Sorry I didn't get the review out to y'all yesterday. I was really tired. Like, I just kept running between work and home and content. Sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming, so my apologies, y'all. You know. So yeah. Anyway, before I start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay? Listen, come on, glow. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead and skip to the 1 minute 15-second mark. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you like my content. And for those who are still here, thank you. All right, Sistas season 9, episode 18, Diamonds of Forever. So the episode starts with Aaron and Karen. There she gives Aaron her answer. So she said, yes, okay. Put it on him, make him want to marry me. That's what she said. Shout out to Rashida and Kirk. Okay, so we get a flashback from the day that they met at the supermarket, and y'all was like, yeah, no. Anyway, we found out that Aaron had asked Miss Lisa for Karen's hand in marriage, which was really nice, because a lot of times people don't do that no more, right? And so she actually helped him pick out the ring. And I didn't get a good look at the ring because I actually watched this on YouTube versus watching it on Philo, how I always do. All right. So then we get to raggedy ass Damani and Sabrina. So he decided he wanted to call Sabrina and tell her to get rid of the embryos that you volunteered. If I'm not mistaken, Sabrina didn't come looking for you. She told you her story, but you volunteered your embryos. And now, since you're back with your pissy ass ex fiance or ex, you want come and act different. You want to act brand new. Boy, you and them embryos, okay? Because Sabrina gonna get pregnant by Rock. I don't know. Anyway, he says that his ex doesn't approve of the Sabrina using the embryos, and he doesn't approve either. And to me it feels like Damani doesn't have a mind of his own. It seems as though you got excited about something, trying to help calling yourself helping somebody out. Sabrina wasn't going to bother you or anything like that, but you decided you wanted to help. So now all of a sudden you want to harass this lady over them damn embryos. Anyway, he said he doesn't feel comfortable knowing that he has random kids out there and he doesn't know them, or he doesn't get to see them. You wasn't thinking about that then when you made the arrangement with Sabrina for the embryos. That wasn't in your forefront. So yeah, no, don't come here acting like you all on your high horse. Can the writers just please write somebody nice for Sabrina? Or if you're gonna keep Rich, we can get rid of Danny's cousin. But if you're gonna keep Rich, make him an actual good guy. And treat that lady right. Write him in better than what we've seen. Okay? So Sabrina was like, boy, get the fuck out of here, because you signed the agreement. So he said he don't want to be a deadbeat. Again, not something that was at your forefront. So now all of a sudden that's important to you, when all you was trying to do was help a woman out who needed embryos that you volunteered to help her with. That lady didn't know you from a can of paint, but you volunteered that. Anyway, he tells her that if you go through with it, my fiance won't marry me. She said, oh well, be single for the night, okay? Because it don't matter. And she hung up the phone. So then we get to Andy and Fatima, y'all. We are so glad that they're in a good place. So they both have the conversation about Gary, and Andy lets Fatima know that Gary is trying to make right with everybody, going on a Apollo Line tour. And Fatima also lets Andy know that, not Hayden, Lord, Gary has given, what's his name, Zach, the 100,000 that he owed him, has put it back in his account to make amends. Anyway, Hayden walks in smelling like Stetson with a mix of Old Spice, if you know, you know, and being his usual uncharming self. All right. So then we get to Maurice and Sabrina. Maurice walks in Sabrina's office and see her looking down. He was like, what's wrong with you? So she lets him know about the conversation she had with Damani and how he wants her to toss those embryos. She tells Maurice that they verbally agreed and she had full ownership of the embryos. He did not. So my question was, when all of this was done at the Vanguard Hospital or wherever it was done, did he not sign? Isn't he supposed to sign some type of disclosure or agreement form with the company, whoever he's giving his embryos to? Like, I don't know. It's just the way the writers are doing it. I thought that wherever he go, there's a form that some type of forms that everybody's supposed to fill out, like to make the documents legal. I don't know, binding or whatever. So we find out that she only known him for like 2 days, which that is standard in Tyler Perry's world. But I thought that she knew him longer, only because he came in, he talked to her about the bank. If my timeline is right, he talked to her about the bank, and then he talked to her about he talked to her about going on some type of trip or whatever to honor her bank or her or whatever, and then they did the weekend. So you know what? Yeah, they didn't know each other that long. It had not been that long. So I don't know. Anyway, Maurice tells Sabrina, you should have had Andy to draw up a contract so that things like this won't be able to happen. And so now we learned that you can't keep them without him, nor you can't get rid of the embryos without him. Like, either way, you can't do it by yourself. So Maurice said he's mad because he came up with 4 names for the baby. Okay. And then he also reminds her how she spent $20,000 on this whole process. And now it feels like for her, it's going to go down the drain. So yeah, I know we fuss partially this season about her having her hot girl summer, but no matter what type of summer she had or whatever she was out there doing, she really did want to be a mom. And as we think back to the conversation she had with Rich, when Rich said he wasn't ready, she was like, I don't want to have the babies today, but I want to be able to have babies when I'm ready. So I think all we know, we remembered at the moment was Sabrina wanted to have babies. But she did tell Rich, and I'm going to go with that. She did tell Rich that she wasn't ready right now. So she wanted to have something. So when she was ready to go back, and do her thug dizzle. So I wasn't mad at that. Now that we think about it, I've had time to blink and think. Okay? So then Paige walks in the office and she lets Sabrina know that the law states that you can't get rid of embryos because Georgia is pro-life. I think Texas is pro-life too, and Louisiana. I'm from, originally, if y'all don't know, a lot of people know I'm originally from New Orleans, but I live out here in Texas. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that those 2 states are pro-life, but I didn't know stuff like that existed. Anyway, Danny and Officer Green. I feel like Officer Green is such a busybody. Like, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish with Danny and Andy, but he can really go. He can really go. He's still flirting with Danny while she's still in a relationship. We find out that they were texting till 3 in the morning, and I'm like, why are you talking to him? He is creepy. He gives, I am that guy that you and Andy ignored while we were in college, and so now I'm a police officer, and so I'm coming back to wreak havoc on the both of you hoes. That's what it feels like to me. Again, I could be reaching and I could be wrong, but what I am not wrong about is I don't trust him. Okay, he is a red flag. Okay, ready to be waved. Anyway, Danny decided to let him know that she kicked Tony out. Again, why would you disclose this type of information to this type of person? Ugh. He said that he didn't care, which further lets me know that he can be some sort of a danger and we don't trust him. So again, we need an antagonist. So we don't know if Gary is the antagonist. Hayden is low-key not much of an antagonist. He's more like a little annoyance. So I don't know if they're trying to usher him in as the antagonist, but yeah, no, it's a no for me, dog. Anyway, Andy's mom name is Loretta, I want to say, but if not, we gonna call her Andy Mama. All right, it was better than what I called her last time I saw on the screen. So Andy moms visit her with some, okay, if you're from New Orleans, we say pecan candy or praline, which it is praline, but you know, we put a little whip and spin on everything in New Orleans. So she brought us some pecan candy, and I didn't, again, because of what I was watching this on, and I think I'm gonna go back and watch it on my TV, I didn't get a chance to see everything in full scope. So she suddenly asked Andy why isn't she married. She also reminds Andy that you are in your late 30s, you have no ring, no kids, and you're always giving up your goods for free, and you're never in church. Hold up, mama. Them goods never come for free. My girl got kryptonite in her goods. So that condo that you staying in, she ain't buy that. That Rolls Royce that she driving, she didn't buy that. All the flowers, that she had her own money. And between Gary, Jordan, I don't know about Paris. I think Paris was just a flame. Robin, okay, she did well, my girl. She did well, okay? I'm not mad at that. But I promise you, it was never for free. It was never for free, okay? So she tells Andy she wants to be able to brag about her daughter as a wonderful wife and a mother. And ma'am, the fact that you don't see the success that your daughter has curated for herself is insane to me. Andy has created a beautiful life for herself, if you ask me. The last thing Andy needs is a man, and I have been saying that since episode 1 for quite a while. In fact, Andy needs to be somewhere really healing. And judging from the type of mother you are, I'm pretty sure there's some mother trauma there that lies with Andy. Because it seems as though she love you, but she can do without. You know, that's just what it gives. Okay? Her mom is just basically rooted in a religious patriarchy. That's all. And so her mom also thinks that she needs a man to be successful. She asked Andy if she wanted kids, and Andy was like, no, I don't want kids because I don't like kids, because it is so cute that she is currently pregnant. Was currently pregnant. Her and Shy just had their baby, so cute, and they're married. And even when I saw her on what's Fatima's real name, Crystal's podcast, keep it real, sweeties, the way she was just so transparent about people wanting to be in her womb, like not in just people wanted to monitor her womb, and how she, as a woman, she protects those places. She protects herself and guards herself in so much peace. If you had not watched that podcast with KJ and Crystal, I urge you to head over there and watch it. All right. So on all of that, this was another annoyance to me I have with Andy's mom, because why are you again monitoring this lady's womb? Like, please go find a life. Okay, where's your husband? Where's Andy daddy? What is all of that? Like, she does give me that she spend most of her time in the church, which is fine. If that that works for you, that works for you. Putting on airs, making it seem like, she's here and all of the things. And so, yeah, she's just one of those people. Anyway, Andy gets a call from Officer Green. Oh, Andy's mother, she leaves. So then Andy get a call from Officer Green. And again, he is an annoyance to me. And he wants to take her out on a date. And again, I don't trust him. And it's kind of odd that you wanted to take her out on a date, but then when it came to Danny, you wanted to go Netflix and chill at her house. Boy, go to hell. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, Hayden, Fatima, and Terica. We meet the professional athlete Terica. She's one of the women who's been screwed out of their contract. So she fired her previous attorneys and hired Hayden and Fatima for help. Terica meets Hayden, and Hayden is trying to put the moves on Miss Terica, and she seems smitten by him. Okay, I'm not mad at it, because his little thought wife was a whole problem. Okay, she asks Fatima, was Hayden single, and she tells Terica that I think Hayden is gay, and I'm just like, why would you do that? I know that we all don't like Hayden, but unpopular opinion, Hayden is still a human too, even though he's a terrible person. But I think I'm just over the feud with the Hayden and Fatima and Hayden and Andy. Like, sir, that's another person who seemed like he has severe mother issues. He also seemed like those type of people that come up. I wish we could get a full scope of Hayden's story, because he seemed like he's one of those people, like one of those black people that's like, I'm black, but not like that. As Funky Dineva would say, shout out to him, I'm black like this and not like this. Okay? So, I think I'm just over the whole, Hayden versus Fatima. I just think we need, after all of these seasons, we need a totally different storyline with all of the caricatures that are in this whole debacle. Okay? So we see Zach, and he meets with Mr. Keys. So Mr. Keys tells Zach that you remind me of your father. And he said, Zach was like, well, listen, if my daddy name was Gold, then that means he must have had money. And we find out that no, your daddy didn't have money. He stole from rich white people because he felt like they wasn't going to miss what they had. Sir, Zach, your daddy is a thief. Okay, we see where Jeremiah gets it from. Okay. Anyway, Zach has not seen his daddy since he was 5. Keys tells Zach that he and his daddy are similar because they both are hustlers. They go out and get it. And I wouldn't quite call Gold a hustler. I mean, not in a way Zach is a hustler. Zach is more of a go-getter. He was a thief. Okay? He stole. Anyway, Zach asks Keys where was his father currently. And so, did he tell him? Okay, not yet. So then we move to Hayden and Fatima. And Hayden is still trying to be chummy with Fatima, and he just wants so bad for them to be Hatima, or whatever he called it. She tells him to come in, have a seat. He was like, "Oh, what's tea? You trying to tell me the business?" No, what I'm telling you is you're gonna have to be more hands on with the contracts and the people, because over here I have to do my primary duties over here, and I can't complete my primary duties if I am here working through these contracts. This is my primary job. So he was like, "Man, I don't want Andy to F up my money." Again, Hayden, you still have all of this animosity and this hate towards Andy because she's partner. Get over it. Suck it up. There is nothing you can do. If Vincent, Leland, and Jones wanted to bring you on as partner, they would have brought you on as partner. Like, the hate, the hate is just so annoying. It is annoying to me. All right. So Hayden decided he wanted to throw another wrench in these ladies' friendship. Hayden takes this moment to tell Fatima that Andy is jealous of her, and Fatima was like, "She's not jealous of me, and she just really want to be able to do her job," which was one of the things that kind of messed up their friendship. But somebody did pose a question, and I want to say I was listening to Our Kind of Entertainment. Shout out to him. I don't know him. He don't know me, but I love all of his Tyler Perry content. So if you have not, y'all can go ahead and go subscribe to his channel. He's really privy in the Tyler Perry sector. Anyway, I think it was his channel. I want to say, because it's a couple people who I listen to when it comes to the Tyler Perrys of it all. But the question was kind of posed about, what do y'all think Andy should do? Should she work? I mean, what Fatima should do? Should she stay with Andy and risk even losing her job just based upon, y'all know Andy ain't supposed to be pursuing this Dr. Cruz case either. But then she's working here with Hayden, and the downfall with working with Hayden is actually working with Hayden because you can't trust him. However, she's making more money, So I don't know. It's a toss up. I don't know. I just think Fatima should do what's best for her, and I think she liked working with Andy. I think not because she don't try to take advantage. I think she admires Andy, and she wants to work with someone she admired. If you ask me, if I want to be similar, an attorney similar to someone, she would probably go with Andy. But that's just my opinion. Okay, I could be wrong. So Keys tells Zach that his dad moved to Canada, remarried, and started a new family years ago. So Keys tells Zach, "I don't really fool with your daddy like that because I told him to be more involved with you and Jeremiah." He didn't say those words, but he did say, "I told him to be more involved with his kids." And so they got into it about that. And so Keys is now extending, he's wanting more of a friendship with Zach, but Zach is a bit leery about it. He like, I don't really know you like that. I have enough friends. Okay. So I think a lot of us think at this point that is Zach's real dad. And the way he's talking to Zach, he's trying to find an angle to lessen the blow. But this is all wrong. If Zach is your son, I think the way they should have done it was had Keys just be like, "Listen, I know your father, yada, yada, yada." And then have lunch with him and be like, "Listen, I'm your father." And, it would have been a tough blow. I mean, it would have been a tough hit, but at least Zach knows instead of this man dancing around. But again, I'm 50-50. I do think that is his dad. but I don't think I don't know, y'all. It's like the more they talk, the more confused I am about the whole situation. All right. So Andy, Fatima, and Karen. Karen comes into the office. Fatima brings her into the conference room. And Fatima notices this glow immediately. Notices the glow that Karen has about herself. She tells Fatima that Aaron has proposed to her and that she's moving to, I forgot real quick. She's moving. So immediately, Fatima is happy for Karen. She was like, listen, I love this for you. But she asked Karen, how do you feel about all of this? So Karen was like, listen, this is moving pretty fast. However, Aaron was offered a job and he has to train, or, do all of the things. So that's why we have to leave rather quickly, right? So she also tells Fatima, listen, I am happy and I am ready. And I'm happy for that. And so they talk about, she tells Karen, I really love this for you. And they both agreed that we are glad that we are in a better place. And again, it was the way the writers allow Karen to just be the person that I wish we could have seen this side of Karen. Yeah, we wanted to see the Karen that was hurt, but then it turned into something else. And it was a long hurt. It was about 5 or 6 seasons. And it was like Karen became insufferable. And so now we have a better version of Karen, but we don't know if she really staying or going. So again, I wish we would have gotten more of Karen. Just me. I can't speak for nobody else, y'all. Anyway, Danny has a session with Krisha, and she tells Krisha about the ebbs and flows of her life right now, such as her hair thinning out, Andy, the situation she got going on with Andy right now, Officer Green, Tony stealing her money, and the fact that her hair is falling out and the dryness of it all. So, yeah. And so Krisha was like, that's a lot. And that is a lot. So then we get back to Andy. She walked in the office and, she's happy for Karen. Fatima was like, listen, I'm going to let y'all do this. I have to get back to work. But if y'all need me, let me know. So Andy is really happy for Karen in her engagement. She was like, I knew it would have been you or Sabrina. Okay. And Karen was like, well, technically, you almost got married. 3. You know what? I remember in season 1 when Gary asked Andy to marry him, and that was still married. Okay. Anyway, the photo shoot that he surprised so he can have a wedding. And then when he was evil and he made the lady, tried to bribe the lady or whatever so she can make, that's not it. Anyway, they joke about that, and Karen asked Andy, no. Andy wants Karen to have the ladies from the support group to come to the office so they can talk, discuss more about the Dr. Cruz case. And she figured if Leland, is it Leland? Benson. If Benson see the ladies there and hear their story, maybe he'll change his mind. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Karen said she'll see what she can do because it was such last minute. Like, she wanted the ladies there today. I was like, oh wow. So then we get back to Krisha and Danny, and basically Krisha wants Danny to go see her PCP because her cortisol levels could be in balance. But she wants her to make an appointment with her OB for a diagnosis. I have not taken my cortisol pills in a minute. I bought them off of Amazon, so I probably need them. I just never went. I went to my doctor and had all my blood work drawn like about a month or so ago, a month and a half ago. And yeah, the estrogen, whatever the other word is, I've never heard it before. Y'all, I'm learning so much. Okay. But the cortisol levels, I did buy some pills. I still have them. So I think I might just start taking my pills just to see how things affect me, because now I'm in a space in my life where I'm taking things and I'm noticing what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, what anything I do now, I take full notice in how those things affect me. All right. Anyway, we get back to Andy and Karen. Karen asks Andy about Danny. Her and Danny, we find out that Andy is actually dating Dr. Vaughn. Okay. And then Andy states how unhappy Danny is in her relationship with Brokey. Okay. And how Danny always talks about Andy's relationship. She always has something to say. So Karen was like, listen, this will be a good time for all of us to get together. Kind of like for a going away party. Everybody come. You, Maurice, Pam, the girls, Fatima, everybody. All right, so I think they're gonna, I guess in the next scene or the scene after that, they're gonna have the party, or maybe the finale, they'll have a party for Karen. Anyway, Andy met with the ladies, and the ladies that were Dr. Cruz's former patients, and Dr. Cruz comes into the office, but he comes in to see Hayden. And I think what's happening, because again, the way YouTube have these new episodes is it's not even clear. I can hear it, I can see a little bit, but it's hard to just watch the whole picture. So the women think that they're there to actually meet Dr. Cruz. What they don't know is Dr. Cruz is Hayden's tax attorney. So I just feel like this was all a bad idea. Having those women come there, I just feel like it was all a bad idea. I don't know. That's just me. It was just not the best idea. Anyway, Damani and Sabrina. Damani shows up to the girl's job. Like, I just thought that was really unprofessional for you to work. You're in the same sector as her. And what if somebody would have done that to you? That is truly unprofessional. You go to her job to confront her about embryos. Sabrina informs him the laws on the embryos, and she decided to be loud at this moment because she's pissed. And I get it. I get it. But still, you still have to maintain a level of professionalism while you're at work. Because at this point, security would have been there, or the police would have been there to scoop Damani and his raggedy ass fiance, who came in there real loud, up out of there. So again, Sabrina had to get them up off of her, right? And she was like, yo, no, y'all not gonna come in here and try to tag team me. Y'all got me messed up. I said what I said. I'm not giving y'all the embryos. You can take that up with Jesus, Jesus, the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But don't play with me. Okay, don't take that up with me. That is not my problem. Anyway, this where the episode ended. We see Rich gonna come, and he gonna yoke up Damani as he should. Okay, I don't like Rich, but I'm here for this part. All right. I will also have I'm going to give y'all a short. I'm going to go watch The House of Pain. And I'm also going to watch, what's the name of that show? Carl Weber's Family Business. Give me like the next hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And I'll come back to y'all with The House of Pain short. And also the Carl Weber's Family Business. And shout out to everybody, because the numbers on my shorts, my House of Pain shorts, and also my sister's reviews have been up. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Like, every time it seemed like every time I post on a Wednesday, I get some more subscribers. So y'all, listen, your girl trying to get more subscribers. I will also put on my community wall my favorite subscribers who I've been learning in this YouTube world, been new subscribers, and new content creators. It's a bunch of them I listen to. I'm gonna put it all on my community wall. They are amazing. I go to their channel. Like, we are all new in this YouTube world, so I just wanna do my part and put them out there. Please, y'all, subscribe to their channels. Again, I love them. I like them. I like what their content is about. Everybody's different. So yeah, I will be posting that in probably somewhat between this weekend. So yes. Anyway, let me go because I have wasted 36 minutes of y'all time. Okay. And I will bring y'all the shorts and the other one. So enjoy this video, y'all. See you.